of the trees and of the fields, but stay away from the apple tree on the other side of the hill. Adam, wake up.
Just give me 5 more minutes.
Adam, wake up.
Name the creatures. Well, might as well get it over with. I, Adam, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereby name all you creatures flying around in the sky, flyers. And all you creatures crawling around on the ground I name crawlers. And you things swimming around down there are swimmers, and your growlers, and your hoppers. Oh my, there are thousands. I better start taking notes or I'll get everything all mixed up. This is the first day, Adam time. Note. Today I name the flyers, crawlers, swimmers, growlers, and hoppers. Further note, there are creatures here of every conceivable kind, but I, Adam, am the sole and single man. Single. That word has a fine, open ring to it. Now what? I'll name it later.
From the beaches,
Swimmer.
Pickerel.
Swimmer.
Pickerel.
Swimmer.
What's this?
A clod.
Well, if you don't put the pickerel down, and then it climbs you right at the tree.
Wait.
Don't you ever do that again, bully. I'm warning you.
Second day, Adam time. Note, I'm worried. Yesterday, that new long-haired creature kept hanging around and following me. However, I believe I've hidden myself so cleverly, it probably thinks I've left the garden.
I must talk to you.
About what?
I just like to talk. Don't you like to talk?
Not particularly. Go away. Go away!
Please come down. There is something, and I think it's immensely important.
What?
Please come down.
All right. I think I'm stronger than you.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Now, what did you want to talk about?
About us.
You stay over there! What's us?
It's a name I thought of. It means you and me.
What's so important about us?
I think we've both been put here for a great and noble experiment.
I told you to stay over there!
Sorry.
Go on.
What?
I said, go on.
As I was saying, I think I'm the main part of this experiment. But you have a share in it too.
Oh, that's very generous of you. What makes you think you and I have anything in common?
Now, for one thing, you're the only other animal that can talk.
Well, that's how much you know. So can that flyer up there.
Where?
In the tree.
Oh, you mean the parrot? I didn't know parrots could talk.
Well, they can. Why do you call it a parrot?
Because it looks like a parrot.
Not to me, it doesn't. It looks like a loudmouth fatbeak.
Nevertheless, it's parrot.
What makes you so positive?
Well, I just happen to have this talent. The minute I set my eyes on something, I know it is. I don't have to think about it. It just comes to me by inspiration. So far, you're the only exception.
What's that?
Horse,
That.
bull,
That.
goat,
That.
elephant,
That.
wolf,
That.
duck.
You're just guessing.
I'm not guessing. Those are their names.
Because that's what they look like.
Yeah,
How old are you?
2 days.
You'll never make it to 4.
Oh, yeah, I've hurt your feelings.
Ridiculous.
No, I haven't even tell. I'm so sorry.
Well, don't be. Because you're wrong. Anyway, I can't waste any more time here. I have to go empty the 4-pronged white squirter.
You mean the cat?
Thank you very much.
Somehow, we got off on the wrong foot, and I just seem to aggravate it. I think it's a reptile. But I do wonder what it's for. I mean, it doesn't do anything. And nothing seems to interest it, except sleeping. It's a man. If it is a man, then it isn't it, is it? No. It should be nominative he, dative him, possessive his. I think that's right. This gets harder and harder to concentrate as long as I mess it up. Just thinking about it gives me the most distracting sensation. Feelings are tumbling over, feelings isn't deep? Am I sufficiently attractive? Should I do something with my hair? Is there some tidbit that will please it? What should I wear? What is the source of this suggestion that I lure to ride the bus? Is there a name for this condition? Yes, there's a name, and it's health.
6th day, Adam time. The naming goes recklessly on. I get no chance to name anything myself. The new creature names everything that comes along before I can get in a protest. And always on the same pretext. Says it looks like the thing. For instance, take the great waterfall. The finest thing in the garden, I think. The new creature calls it Niagara Falls. Why? Says it looks like Niagara Falls. Now that's not a reason. That's pure waywardness and imbecility. And another thing, I'm not used to anything coming up so close to me. It makes me feel hampered and somewhat anxious. It's cloudy today. Wind in the east. I think we'll have rain. Weed. Where did I get that word? Well, I don't care about weed. I'm going to build me a dry top.
Morning. What are you doing? Can I help? Are you hungry?
Give me that! Spit it out! Come on! Where did you get that?
From that tree.
Are you sure it's not from over the hill?
Positive. I don't understand.
Those apples are forbidden.
Why?
Because they're dangerous. If we eat those apples, something terrible will happen.
What?
I don't know.
Well, maybe we should just go find out.
Stay away from that tree, numbskull.
My name happens to be Eve.
I have no objections.
Please kindly use my name when you wish to speak to me, or when you wish to call me. That's what it's for.
Then it's superfluous.
Superfluous. What a beautiful word, and so large. I'm proud of you. Really, I am. Superfluous. I don't think I've ever used it. Where did it come from?
I don't know. I just kind of made it up. I was standing here looking at you, and I said to myself, it looks superfluous.
I'm not an it.
Ah. Well, I wish she would go and play with the other animals. And I wish she would stop talking so much, because me have work to do.
Might that help?
No! She'd only be superfluous.
I think I felt the drop.
Starting to rain.
May I come in?
It's crowded.
I don't mind.
I mind.
Why do you hate me so much? I just can't understand it. I'm a very interesting person. And you can only speak so nicely, and I can be twice as interesting.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Yes, you are. You're raining too.
I'm crying, but don't let it disturb you.
It doesn't. But, well, I don't like to see it, so
Yes.
either stop it or go rain somewhere else. All right, come on in.
I don't want to.
Why not?
It'll make you crowded.
I'll make room.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. My name is Adam.
Adam. Adam. That sounds pleasanter in my ears than any I've ever heard before. Adam,
What?
what made you pick brown?
Because wood is brown?
But berries are red. We could squeeze some berries against the wood and make it nice and colorful. You know, like how pretty from your hair. That one, seashells. I thought of hanging the glass before
Sunday, June 9th. She keeps filling up the hut with rubbish, like flowers and plants. And not only is it overcrowded, it's loaded with ants. She is definitely too intrusive, a nuisance. And yet, she's an interesting creature. This Eve. She's developing a strange new habit, which doesn't make sense. She's forever reaching out to touch me, which makes me feel tense. She is definitely quite eccentric, a numbskull, and yet she's an interesting creature. This Eve. Colors drive her absolutely crazy. The gold of the sun, the purple of the hills, crimson-colored clouds in the sky. When I say that this is sentimental hogwash, foolishness, she simply sighs. When I'd rather be alone and resting, then she comes around and invariably starts describing some wonder she's found. She invariably gets my back up, yet invariably I perceive she's an interesting creature. This Eve. Once I saw her standing on a hilltop, her head tilted back, the sunlight on her face, gazing at the flight of a bird. And suddenly I saw that she was beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, that's the word. There are animals around this garden more soothing than she, but there's nothing in the whole of Eden more pleasant to see. If she'd only learn to keep her mouth shut 1 minute at a time, why I believe I could possibly enjoy just watching this curiously interesting creature called Is that it?
Yeah. Wrap up. Do you like it?
I think it's unbecoming and ridiculous. And I want you to take it off this instant.
Thought it would please you.
How can it please me to see you walking around covered with rubbish?
Rubbish. Flowers and rubbish. These beautiful creatures that catch the smile of God out of the sky and preserve it. Rubbish? Does everything have to be useful? Don't you care about anything except something those melons? We have been given a world full of wonderful secrets and mysteries. There's so much to learn. Oh, Adam, to see everything and to know everything. That could take us weeks. How can you be so narrow?
I have a lot of it. It might surprise you to learn that only yesterday I invented something brand new.
Oh, Adam, what?
Humor.
Humor?
Does that word puzzle you? thought it might. I'll be happy to explain. Yesterday, I was sitting beside the path that leads to the cornfield, and I happened to notice this yellow clucker.
Chicken.
All right. All right. Have it your way. I happened to notice this chicken. For a long time, it walked slowly, back and forth, hesitating. And then suddenly, it zipped across the path. And I thought to myself, why did that chicken cross that path? And I thought, to get to the other side. That's the world's first joke. And I made it up. Don't you see the humor of it? Guess you had to be there. And I'm going there.
Adam, don't you want to hear my wonderful idea?
No.
Oh, Adam.
Well, what is it?
Well, I was thinking, we're different from everybody else on Earth, and our home should be different.
I thought it was.
Then I was thinking, the grass around our hut should be different.
Different how?
Shorter.
Not going to be shorter unless it's cut. Monday, June 10th. I finally discovered the purpose of the week. To rest up from Sunday. This relentless pursuit of improvements is making me feel more hampered than ever. What's truly puzzling is that the more time we spend together, the closer we get. And the closer we get, the more anxious it makes me. Anyway, there's one bright spot. She's taken up with a snake now. I'm glad, because the snake talks, and this allows me a little time to rest. Eve has also taken to spending a great deal of time at the pond. I don't know why.
Look at you, look at me. How much more alike could two girls be? Here we stand, sisters and friends. When I speak, you speak too, and when I am silent, so are you. That's the test of two best friends. When my life is hard to bear, and I can't see you there, and my heart blooms, your face beams, nothing is as awful as it seems. We're such dear, more than mere friends.
Eve fell in the pond yesterday. She said it was so cold and uncomfortable in there that she felt sorry for the fish. So last night, she got a lot of them out and brought them inside. And she put them in my bed to keep warm.
Hello, Adam.
Eve, tonight those fish go back to the pond.
Oh, but it's so uncomfortable in there.
Eve, I've been watching those fish on and off all morning, and I don't see that they're any happier than they were before. They're just quieter.
But maybe we could...
I don't want them in my bed. They're clammy.
But,
I want you to put them back. You understand?
Yes, Adam.
All right, then.
Where do you go?
Somewhere I could be by myself.
Where?
Over the falls.
Not in that leaky tub. Oh, Adam, I wish you wouldn't.
Eve, this has nothing to do with you.
It makes me shudder. It's not safe.
Well, I like it. It's cool, and I like the plunge.
not in the tub. Oh, I can't imagine how it frightens me. I can't bear it.
You can't? Well, I can't bear this everlasting complaining. First you complained about my going over the falls in a barrel, so I made a tub. Did that satisfy you? No, sir. Now you complain about the tub. And if it isn't the tub, it'll be something else. Eve, I won't have it. I don't want to be complained at. I don't want to be clunked over. I don't want to be clung to. I am going to the falls. And after that, I don't know where I'm going. So don't wait for me.
Adam, would you bring back some of the hollyhocks that grow by the falls?
I hate flowers.
And on days when he withdraws, I've left lonely now if I should need sympathy, you could never turn your back on me. I have you who needs to friend.
There's no one there, Eve.
What? Oh, that's me.
I said, there's no one there.
Oh, yes, there is. My friend's there.
No, Eve. That's what's called a reflection. You see, when waves of one kind traveling in one medium arrive at another in which their velocity is different, part of their energy is turned back into the first medium. In this case, the waves are light rays which appear to come from a literally inverted replica of the luminous source, and it is this image which is then focused on the retina.
I don't believe you.
Well, it's so. Look. See? That's not my brother. That's me.
And I have no one. No friend. Nothing.
What about Adam?
Oh, he doesn't even like me. He thinks I'm a numbskull. And I am. So why should he like me? I wish I'm educated like you.
Would you really like that?
Oh, that.
Nothing could be simpler.
How? How?
You know that apple tree, the one on the other side of the hill?
Forbidden fruit?
Who said?
Adam?
My dear girl, the forbidden fruit in this garden is hardly apples. It's chestnut.
Chestnut?
Well, not literally. When I say chestnuts, that's a figurative term meaning old and moldy jokes.
Oh, the thing Adam calls humor.
Exactly. There's your forbidden fruit.
Chestnut. You see how ignorant I am?
Listen closely. Let me fill you in about the rich, bright brown red, rosy apples they call forbidden fruit. What I'm about to say is confidential, so promise you'll be mute. Because every creature in the garden knows they'll come round like hungry buffaloes, and in no time there'll be none of those precious apples left for you and me. Now in the average apple, you're accustomed to skin, seeds, flesh, and core. But you will find that these are special apples that give you something more. Why, every seed contains some information you need to speed your education. The seeds indeed of creation are here. Why be foolish, my dear? Come with me to that tree.
I don't think Adam would approve. Maybe they're not forbidden, but I still have my claw.
with every sweet and juicy, luscious bite of this not forbidden fruit. You'll see your mind expand and your perceptions grow more and more acute. And you can teach him plumbing and philosophy, new techniques for blazing pottery, woodcraft, first aid, home economy. Madam will be overjoyed when he becomes aware of your attainments. He'll meet with loving pride, and he will say, "Aye, you're indispensable. Please don't leave my side." And with your nifty newfound education, your relish every conversation while you'll be Adam's inspiration this way. Just an apple a day. Wait and see. Come with me to the tree. Now!
I see animals and birds and flowers, every color, every shape and size, moss and pebbles and a host of wonders gleaming everywhere I aim my eyes. So if ever I'm attacked by boredom, I'll just open up my eyes and see this diversified, curious, fascinating, bountiful, beautiful, beautiful world I love. Hey, you there, growler. I mean lion. Leave that lamb alone. Don't do that. You'll hurt him. I said stop it. What do you think you're doing? Stop it! Stop it! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, Adam, there you are.
You did it. You did it. You ate the apples, didn't you? The forbidden fruit. Do you know what you did? I told you, I said don't touch that fruit. Something terrible would happen. And now death has come into the garden. How could you do it? How could you do such a damnable thing?
I didn't do it. I mean, it wasn't the apple. They're not forbidden.
No, then what is?
Chestnut.
Chestnuts. Where the hell did you pick that up?
The snake told me. And he knows everything. In fact, this whole thing is probably your fault.
My fault? I didn't eat any chestnuts.
Not that kind of chestnut. This chestnut is a joke. Have you been thinking of jokes, Adam? Tell the truth.
I did think of one, but I didn't say it out loud. I was standing here, just before it all happened, and I was thinking about the falls, and I thought to myself, how wonderful it is to see that vast body of water tumble down there. And then I thought, yes, but it would be a lot more wonderful to see it tumble up.
That's it. That's what did it.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Why was I born so witty?
We have to leave the garden, don't we?
We broke the rule. I broke the rule. I'm sorry, Eve.
Oh, you didn't know.
Eve. You know I can't stand to see you wearing that
No,
rubbish.
Adam,
Please.
please don't.
You're behaving like an idiot. If you want to make a silly spectacle of yourself, go right ahead. I know what I'm going to do. I haven't eaten all day.
You want an apple?
Oh, it's one of those.
They're not forbidden.
I know, but somehow it still goes against my principles. specimen, isn't it? Considering the lateness of the season and all. I guess principles have no real force until you're well fed. Turn your back! Don't you have any modesty at all?
Sorry. Adam,
What?
it looks like rain.
I know. Come on. We'll have to build a new shelter somewhere. And she punched me in the nose. it can bite, and I'm convinced that what we have here is a bear. Maury's sick, but Eve is not. She burned the muzzle that I made for it to wear. I searched the woods, I baited traps, and yet I couldn't find its sister or its brother. And though I've hunted far and wide, while Eve has hardly stepped outside, I'll be damned if she didn't catch another.
They are boys. We found that out long ago. It was their coming in that small and mature shape that puzzled us. Cain, Abel, get out of the garden. You're going to ruin my flowers. The old garden. That feels like a dream to me. It's beautiful. Surpassingly beautiful. But still a dream. Dating 3 hungry males is not a dream.
They're almost as big as I am now. Abel is a good boy. But if Cain had stayed a bear, it would have improved him. I never know what's coming next. A fire started for spite, a creature killed without sense or reason. I have come to depend on Eve more than I would have believed possible. I used to think she talked too much, but now I'd be sorry to have that voice fall silent and pass out of my life.
Sometime back, my boys were fighting, and Cain struck Abel and ran away. Now, Cain is gone, and Abel is dead. There is too much stillness in the house.
Are you all right?
Yes. Adam, I've been thinking. I hope that when we die together.
That's a subject
Wait.
that...
If one of us must go first, my prayer is that I am the one.
I don't want to
You're
talk.
strong, and I'm weak. You are more necessary to me than I am to you.
That's not true.
Yes, it's true. Always been true.
Listen. I got a good one for you. Why do I always wear brown suspenders?
That's my favorite.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Life without him would not be life. I don't think I could bear it. And yet, if I ask myself why I love him, I find I don't know. It's not an account of his giving in gracious ways. He's a bit flawed in those respects. I love certain birds because of their song, but that hardly applies to Adam. What makes me love him? It's not his singing, that is mine.
Died today. I knew she would, of course. Well, at least her prayer was answered. She went first. Now that she's gone, I realized something I didn't realize before. I used to think it was a terrible tragedy when Eve and I had to leave the garden. But now I know it really didn't matter. Because wheresoever Eve was, there was Eve. Now I have to go water her flowers. She loved them, you know.
I'll tell you a tale for you to ponder. I'll tell you a tale, oh listen well, a curious tale. It tells of a princess, and it tells of her lover, and all that befell. It happened a long time ago in a faraway kingdom. In this kingdom, it was ruled by an absolute monarch, King Aaron. The king had a daughter, the Princess Barbara, and a more hot-blooded, high-handed pair never lived. They were absolutely guaranteed every prisoner a fair trial. It worked this way. All trials were held in a large arena. In this arena there were two doors. They stood side by side and they looked exactly alike. The prisoner had his choice. He could choose either door, but he knew that behind one of them there was a ferocious and ravenous tiger.
Prisoner! Choose! It's your chance to prove your innocence or you!
Salute! Yeah, yeah, madam! Yeah, yeah, salute! Yeah, yeah, madam! Salute! Yeah, yeah!
The other door. Why, then a beautiful lady came out and he married her on the spot. A beautiful lady came out. Actress. However, suppose he had chosen the other door. Why, then a beautiful lady came out and he married her on the spot. Whether he wanted to or not.
Thank you very much.
Of justice in King Aric's kingdom. If you happen to choose the lady, you are obviously innocent. If you happen to choose the tiger, you are just as obviously guilty. And no one can deny that it's a fair trial because the choice lay in his own hands. Now, also in this kingdom, there was a soldier of exceptional bravery. And his name was Captain Speidel.
Proceed. Your lordship, Captain Sandro of your royal camels has just returned from the battlefield.
Oh, will we?
You won. Victory is ours! We pray now to the altar! Victory is ours! Victory is ours! Victory is ours! Victory is ours! Victory is ours!
Not cheer up. Pray. Go. Go pray. Get out. Stand sharp. Stand sharp. Someone's coming.
3 killed, 17 wounded, but we slashed them to ribbons, your proudness. Next day,
Tell me more, Captain. More. Do you love me?
forever.
Did you miss me?
Did I ever? When battle had all but
with your injuries, Captain. Tell me about the slaughter. Details, relish details.
Barbara! This is torture!
I know.
Let's run away.
Where?
I have a cousin who served with Julius Caesar. He told me about a place called Gaul.
What?
Gaul! They tell me it's divided in 3 parts. We'll pick the part that's closest to our hearts. In Gaul, we live so simply. No feathers and fuss, just the children and us. In Gaul, we have a garden on the outskirts of town, and a house painted brown. No more stolen kisses,
No more stolen signs.
stolen nights,
Stolen days.
stolen bites.
Stolen nights.
In Gaul, we'd be
So happy. Oh, Centaur, my love.
Barbara, my dog, we'd be to
I get people in love.
in Gaul.
It's impossible. You know as I'm breathing air. My people need me.
And I have my career. Oh, this is our fate, we'll fight it. Passion will pride, we'll fight it. Oh, the gods, with all the gods above. We'll keep well hidden our war-hidden Barbara, how could you
I love him.
forbid King Eric be silent?
Oh, Daddy.
You know and I know the secret commandment for a common man to make love to you is a sin against God. Take him!
Now?
Not you! Take him!
What are you going to do with him?
You will have a fair trial.
A trial? The tiger. Those razor teeth, those iron claws, his handsome throat between those jaws, not my censure. Lying there, dying there, stop that! If it's the last thing but how? Others have tried. No one has been able to discover before the trial which door hides the tiger. Well, someone must know. But who? The right tiger. Of course. You must help me.
I must advise your proudness. There are things it is better not to know.
I don't need your advice.
If you insist your proudness, then of course I will tell you. Even so,
Good.
you will not reconsider. You are certain you want this knowledge. Though I warn you against this knowledge, being on your own head. What's forbidden to know, you shall
It's so.
Oh, sad jar. I got it. I've got what you want. I've got what you need. I know how much you want it. Yeah, yeah. I know what father would kill me if he knew my heart was set on giving what I got to you. Yeah, I know what I know. You need what I know. What's mine is yours. You know it. Yeah, yeah. If we don't share secrets, just my time. So I will give it to you, and when I give it to you, you'll shout for joy, so will I. Yes, I will give it to you, and when I give it to you, you'll shout for joy, and so will I. Guard! Where are you taking my servant?
To the arena, your brothers. The king has chosen a duel to wait behind the second door.
Najira. The other door, of course. I forbid it. I forbid it! I forbid it! Tiger, put on your napkin. Someone is coming to die. Tiger, you do the carving. Your clothes are sharper than mine. Tiger, I hope you're hungry. I'll show you one first dance. And yours and yours. I have no blood on my hands. I don't want you dead. Better dead than wed. Nobody else gets you, Sanchar. How can I decide? Bury the bride. I lay on Tiger. He's a tiger. His way is torture. His way I still have a rat. Sanchar, his way is hopelessly black. How can I choose? Each way
It's your chance to prove your innocence or guilt. Barbera, I know you know
thorn in your eyes. Give me a sign. A sign.
Which door should I choose? Left, right, show me. Guide me. Barbara, I know you are my only hope.
Which door should I choose? Left, right, torment, torture. The lady's a talker. That door destroys and tearing me apart.
Which door will he choose? Left, right, dead man, wed man, the lady or lion. Left, right,
Before we go on, let's look at the problem. Lady or tiger, which will come out? The deeper we probe the heart of Barbara, the more we discover the outcomes in doubt. If you have love, you'll understand how love and hate can walk hand in hand. So place yourself in Barbara's shoes, the lady or the tiger. Which did she choose?
Movie
every night after work, she would go home to her lonely furnished room. She'd rinse out her chimney brush and sit all night in front of the TV. And she'd think to herself,
I'd be so grateful that after 3 years I'd sweep up the theater and fold up the chair. I would know what it meant to be truly content if I could only be a movie star.
and that's how it was with Ella's life. Working by day, dreaming by night. Working and dreaming. Working and dreaming. Working Then one day, Ella's employer came to her chimney with a sad expression on his face.
Don't do that. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Fallible.
That's all right, Ella. It's good to know someone's on the job, not goofing.
I don't see you in the chimney very often, sir.
I don't get out in the field as often as I'd like. Ella, it's difficult for me to tell you this, but we won't need you after next week. Automation has come to chimney sweeping. I'm sorry.
Ella was unemployed.
You can keep the brushes.
For weeks, she wandered the streets looking for work, but nowhere was a good old-fashioned craft woman needed. Winter came. She began to go hungry. She began to fade away. Television was her only escape.
Prospects of dismal, how can I go on? My piggy is empty, my Kleenex are gone. If I start here alone, let them carve on my stone. She never got to be a movie star. I'm not asking much. It's not as if I want to be a rich, beautiful, glamorous movie star, or even a well-liked, beautiful, glamorous movie star. I just want to be a beautiful, glamorous movie star for its own sake. Beautiful, glamorous, radiant, ravishing movie star.
From the time she arrived home until the time she fell asleep, her eyes never wandered from the screen. Then one evening, it was the night of the full moon. Ella arrived from a thankless day of job hunting, turned on the television set, and there was no picture.
No picture? No picture? Oh, no picture!
No picture. Stunned, disbelieving, she stood before the TV. Her eyes searched the screen for a trace of an image. Then Ella heard a voice. Hello out there. This is your friendly neighborhood godmother. The program usually scheduled for this hour will not be seen. Instead, I have the pleasure to bring you the answer to your most cherished dream. Plink, plink, plunk. friendly neighborhood godmother has power only from Huntley Brinkley to the Lake Lake. During those hours, you shall be ravishing. You shall be Passionella. But only during those hours.
Well, what happens the rest of the time?
The rest of the time, my dear, you shall be your usual sunny self. This is your friendly neighborhood godmother returning you to your local network.
I have not a moment to lose.
Said Ella, and off she ran to El Morocco. Bewitching temptress Passionella. A legend flew around her. Strange stories circulated. Stories of how she would only allow her films to be shot between Huntley Brinkley and the Lake Lake Show. And how at 4 a.m. she would hop into her sports car and vanish. And as the mystery grew, so did her popularity. Her films broke all box records. She was in demand everywhere. And when there were no films to make, life became a ceaseless round of cocktail parties, premieres, and public appearances marked by frenzied and adoration. Yes, Passionella had arrived. fame, success, glamour, and excitement. Was she truly content? Let us hear the answer now in her own.
Isn't this what I've always wanted? Isn't this what we all want?
And then one day, Passionella met the right man. She met him on Hollywood's famed Sunset Strip at the opening of a new psychedelic drugstore. This man, a celebrated recording star, who combined the outspoken fervor of Patrick Henry, the barbaric joke of Walt Whitman, the cracker barrel irreverence of Will Rogers, the flamboyant symbolism of Dylan Thomas, the swashbuckling elegance of Errol Flynn, the skeptical toughness of Bogart, the rugged earthiness of Brando, the sulky masculinity of Presley, the simple humanity of Roy Rogers, the zany vitality of Beatles, the compassionate arrogance of Bob Dylan, and the hairstyle of Eleanor Roosevelt. Had spoken to the hearts of discontented Americans everywhere. In short, he was the idol of millions, Flip the Prince Charming. Passionella, it was love at first sight.
You dig Allen Ginsberg, man?
You?
Beauty did not interest Flip.
You dig Timothy Leary?
Who? Who?
Glamour did not interest Flip.
You dig Harley Davidson?
Oh! Who?
Only one thing interested Flip.
Reality, man! Truth! Soul! No woman is gonna crack my soul without she is real. Somewhere she waits. Down there, close to the soil. Among the real people.
Real.
But I am real.
Dear lady, I am not yet through. Let me draw you a picture. The newspapers call you the goddess of sex. If you are a goddess, I'm Oedipus Rex. Neither goddess nor woman, you're something apart. With a Cinderella body and a celluloid heart. Instead of gold, you got a sign written over my head. Rubenstein. How does it feel to be a world's ideal when you know and I know that you are not real, you are not real. The sons of old Adam have reason to
are not ready. Passionella didn't know what to do. So she went home and she thought about everything that Flip had said to her. And then the very next day, right after Huntley Brinkley, she went to see the head of her studio.
I'm tired of being a cardboard figure on a tinsel background.
She said. Oh, said the studio head.
I yearn to portray one of the real people.
She said. Oh, said the studio head.
I want to play a chimney sweep.
She said.
Oi!
Said the studio head. So there it was, and there was nothing anyone could do about it.
If I cannot play a chimney sweep, I shall retire from the screen.
So the studio gave in. The Chimney Sweep, a touching tale of simple people, was budgeted as a $20 million production.
Extra, extra! They're going to portray chimney sweep! Passionella sweep all around chimneys, extra!
Cried the World Journal Herald Globe eagerly. Then came the most astonishing announcement of all. Passionella had insisted on a daytime shooting schedule. Well, the entire free world, with the exception of France, reeled back stunned. On the first day of shooting, the eyes of 6 continents fastened on a secluded set in the Hollywood Hills. Half the state had gathered to see the new Passionella arrive at the studio.
Here comes the car!
Marvelous! Nonsense! Home unique!
Cried the producer.
This is sheer folk art!
Cried the director.
At last, movies have come of age!
Cried a reporter from the Saturday Review.
Like a shining light of truth, she's there. It's truly remarkable, sensitive, luminous. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our next presenter, a great entertainer, a great humanitarian, and a close personal friend of mine, Flip the Prince Jerry!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the award you've all been waiting for. May I have the envelope, please, monkey? And the winner, for her performance in the chimney sweep, Passionella!
Ladies and gentlemen, oh, excuse me. This is the happiest. Oh, I think I'm having a nervous breakdown. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank my producer and my director for their faith and encouragement. And most of all, I would like to thank Mr. Herman, whose humanity and wisdom was my constant source of information. Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
And I'd like to take this opportunity to tell all you film fakers that this little gal has shown you the way. Passionella, I love you, man. Will you marry me?
Flip, the Oscar, and you. I must be the luckiest. Yay! I'll marry you.
My secret idea for you to disappear from Casablanca for a while. With a free French garrison that was brotherly. I could be induced to arrange a passage.
My letter of transit? I could use it, Chip. It doesn't make any difference what I bet. You still owe me 10,000 francs.
And that 10,000 francs is fairly expensive.
How expensive?
Mm-hmm.
Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
This is Don Farlow, friends, on behalf of TV Tunes, wishing all of you sweet dreams and pleasant tomorrows. And now, our national anthem.
It was 4 a.m. Passionella was aghast. And then, pulling! Imagine that.
I never would have guessed.
I know. Here we are,
The star.
and the star.
Well, it just goes to show.
We were some pair. Me with my crazy hair.
Me with my glamorous gown.
What's your name?
Ella, what's yours?
George
L.
Brown.
Oh, I love brown.
And they lived happily